Hi everyone, Trampagne here, and I was once shortlisted to play E.T.'s body double. Okay, for some strange bizarre reason, I've been getting requests to do more makeup tutorials. But I don't understand why, because they ain't educational, because I don't know what I'm doing, still. But I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. Maybe I'll learn something along the way myself. Okay, so today's makeup is going to be a forest fairy, fae, pixie, in jungle, nature kind of inspired look. Did you get that? And the first thing we need to do is get rid of the beard. So unfortunately my father passed away when I was 7, so I never really got that father-son shaving lesson that you see in the movies. However, my mother is Italian, so I wasn't completely sheltered away from the whole facial hair removal procedure. So let me get this shit off. Okay, so now the shaving is done. I now look like I am a scallywag 14-year-old. The true story is that when I am clean shaven like this, I still get asked to ID from shopkeepers for scratch cards and lottery tickets. Now I don't know where you are watching this, but I am from the UK and the age limit on those kind of things is 16. And I'm actually 26. Which actually I appreciate on a vanity level, but on a respect level, not so much. What I'm going to do first are my big fat slugs, my eyebrows. And I need them gone off my face completely. And to do that, we are going to be using Elmer's disappearing purple glue to glue down my eyebrows. So what I am doing is I am just saturating my natural brow with the glue, going in a kind of off circular motion to try really raise the hairs and get the glue right into all of it. Okay, now that there's a shit ton of glue on my eyebrows, I now need to level out my eyebrows so they are stuck to my head. And for that I'm using some rusted, dirty ass brush that I've never used before, which I think for eyelashes, but no. I'm not using my brows. So what I'm doing is I'm just literally using the brush to scrape the hairs up to the plastered on my face. I go in an upward motion because that gets rid of most of the texture. And then you just wipe away the excess glue that you've spread off your eyebrow, because that is just going to create texture later on. And we don't want that. We want a smooth canvas to work on. Now I get a lot of stick from other queens and fans of queens that I don't glue down my eyebrows nearly enough, and there's 2 reasons for that. One, I like to usually go for a natural brow simply because I'm just too lazy to do this whole gluing process. And 2, I'm not very good at gluing down my eyebrows. Like, I've never glued down my eyebrows to my satisfaction where they are hidden completely. I can always see them, and I can see them quite visibly, and I think that ruins my illusion a bit, so I just tend to keep my natural brow. But today I'm attempting to hide them for you. And then I'm going to use some setting powder and bash my eyebrows with it. I don't actually know why this bit is necessary. I think it might be because it dries out the glue. I don't know, but we do it anyway. I also think this step might be used to make your natural brows paler. But then they're easier to hide. I don't know, I ain't got a fucking clue. Because my eyebrows are so dark and so thick, I actually have to do this process a number of times. So let's just skip past past this spawn bit. Okay, so I've actually got like 3 layers of glue and setting powder on these brows. And while I'm waiting for them to like rest and cook and dry and all that, I'm going to start covering the blue bit down here. And to do that I use the X-Pan stick because it's thick and there's a lot of coverage. I don't know if it's full coverage, I don't even know what that means. Half coverage, full coverage, whatever, it hides the shit I need it to hide. And then I get my shitty dirty brush that I've never cleaned. In fact, it's so dirty I could just pull it apart however the hell I want. That is really trampy. But anyway, I'm going to use it anyway without cleaning it. Because I'm lazy bitch. What I'm doing is I'm just rubbing this in. I'm not making it perfect because it doesn't really matter because you're going to cover it with foundation in a minute. But just make sure it's at least covering all the bits where your blue beard, your natural hair would be. And then we go back to one of a drag queen's best friend, the setting powder, and you just smash your jawline and all the bit you've just done with it. Because we need it to set in place so it doesn't smudge or run when we put on our foundation. And a tip for a drag queen who's just starting out or someone who wants to start out is, if you haven't spent 2 hours making yourself look ugly and like a complete fucking idiot, you're not going to turn out looking beautiful. You need to do all this to create a beautiful illusion. So yeah, don't be afraid to get ugly before you get pretty. It worked for the ugly duckling. And it worked for Cinderella. I think you can use Cinderella as an example. Probably not. So we just brush away the setting powder. Hopefully that has dried this thick pan stick. So now we can put on some foundation. Wait, we need more pan stick to put on the eyebrows. So I've just placed the full coverage over my now dry brows. And we are going to work it in. Making sure to go in a gentle upward motion because we don't want to lift the brow that we just glued on our head. That would be a waste of time. And this shit takes as long as it is. Now I'm going to set these two. And once you've wiped off the setting brow, just like with the glue, I'm going to add another layer. Covering my eyebrows is easily the most time consuming of getting into drag for me. And I've been asked why don't I just shave them off completely like many queens do. Nah. I need to keep some kind of disconnect between dressing as a girl and living as a boy. Because when I'm a man, I like to look like a man, and when I'm a woman, I like to look like a woman. I don't want to blur those lines too much because it's happened before and this wasn't pleasant. So yeah, this is why I go through the pain and time-consuming torture of gluing down these brows. And what I'm going to do in between one of the layers, which has just occurred to me, is add a bit of red matte lip stain just over it, because then the red tones should counteract the blue tones that my eyebrow and the setting powder are creating. I've I've never done this before, I've never seen it done before. It literally just occurred to me while I was doing this. And I think now I know why it's not been done before and I've never seen it before. Because this came out a lot darker than I expected. And where it's matte, it like dries instantly, so I can't even like smudge it out and make it fade a bit. So now I feel like we have to try and cover this shit too. Okay, that's not done that bad of a job. But it still needs some covering, but hopefully that can be done with the foundation, which I'm about to do. So I'm using Dream Satin Liquid from Maybelline. No reason why, not a specific reason. It's just, that's the one I picked up that was affordable from the drugstore. I like to use a lot, especially when doing like really draggy makeup. I like to use a lot of foundation. Whereas when I'm trying to be as fishy as possible, as passable as possible as a real girl, obviously I don't wear as much foundation because biological women, when they do wear makeup, don't use buckets full. Well, you do get those dodgy looking ones that literally slap a ton of makeup on and they look like they've been fucked by a trailer box. Okay, now that I've put that on, a new trick that I've recently learned is to get your beauty blender and just literally just beat your face with it so the foundation gets nice and even, because if you're working like me, which I doubt you are because I'm a really skanky bitch, with dirty brushes, a lot of the time it doesn't really apply evenly. So that's where the beauty blender comes in, which is also dirty as sin, just like my heart. And then guess what you're going to do with the foundation? You bet your sweet ass we're going to set it. And now I'm going to draw new eyebrows on. And I can't afford no Anastasia Beverly Hills shit. So I picked up this random palette for like £1 online. So I am going for a brunette wig. So I'm going for a brunette eyebrow, obviously. And I just start where my actual brow begins. And then I work diagonally quite severely up until we get past my natural brow. And I like my new brow to come out a lot further than my natural brow because I'm creating a caricature of a woman basically, so everything needs to be bigger. And then we colour it in, making sure the outer is darker than the inner, so it kind of goes into like an ombre effect because the eyebrow at the beginning is naturally thinner than the eyebrow at the end. I speak like I know what I'm on about, but I don't. Okay, so there are the outline of my brows. I'm now just going to go back over with the X-Pan that I also use for contour. And I'm just going to go around the outline and just try and hide my fuck-ups basically. So now I think, for the moment, my eyebrows are done. So now I'm going to get to contouring the rest of my face. So I get the pan stick, and I'm just going to highlight the bits I want highlighted. And then I'm also going to use my nose but because my nose is really wonky, I can't seem to do it directly from pan stick to nose. So I have to use a little brush in between and then draw it on myself. And then I'm going to use the Technique contour palette for the darker bits, and I'm going to use this one. As you can see, the rest of these go untouched. This one I like to dig into because I'm a digger. Wait, what did I just say? Because I'm a drag queen, I've got to also just contour around my jawline. But luckily, I've got quite a feminine face, I don't have to hide too much bone structure. Okay, so I've let my contour cook for some time while I've been stuffing my fat face with food, basically. So now I'm going to blend it in. And once again, I'm going to be using my beauty blender. Now that I've blended that in, we are going to move on to the eyes. And because we are going for a forest fairy look, we're going to go for greens. And I think I'm going to use solely this eyeshadow kit from Saffron London. Okay, now that we've just done the outer bit around here, I'm just going to blend all that. Then we're going to go for a darker shade, just slightly darker, ever so. Do the in bits around here. The in bits, I don't know what they're called, I failed biology. And I'm going to go for the darkest one for my outers, and I'm going to work my way in instead of out, or else it's just going to be some disgusting mess. Okay, now that you've done your base of your eyeshadow, you are going to go in with some eyeliner. And then while that dries, a good tip is to check your social media, because then your eyes are down. And now I'm just going to set my eyeliner with some black eyeshadow. Then I'm going to do the inners of my eyes. And then around this bit, I'm just going to join this up with that. This up with that. So I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. Why are you even watching? And then I'm going to blend that in because that's coming out and looking super harsh. And then I'm going to use some white pencil eyeliner for underneath my eyes just to make them a bit bigger. And then we're going to get some more liquid eyeliner and just do eyeliner underneath. I'm going to go in a straight line for the moment. This is where the fun bit comes in, because I'm going to do some squiggles and like some foresty symbols with the eyeliner underneath. I'm going to attempt to anyway. And then of course every drag queen needs glitter, so right in the corners here, I'm going to put some glitter. Okay, so now that my eyes are pretty much done, I'm going to move on to my lips. And I'm going to start with a lip liner, and this is just, I don't know, it's got a lot of Chinese writing on it, so I'm assuming I bought it online for like 5 pence. Woo! I'm just drawing on the outside of my natural lips, making them slightly bigger. And then I'm going to colour them in with this dark red that looks almost brown colour, just to keep in the forest fairy theme. This is QI Best or Q Best, I don't know, but it's a soft matte lip cream. And then to this, I'm just going to add a slight golden eyeshadow. And just put it in the middle. Just to brighten it up a bit and give it a nice golden shimmery tone. Okay, and then I'm going to go on to my eyelashes, and a lot of queens use 301s. I don't even know what that means, but I use really cheap tacky shit I got from China. Okay, so my camera died when I was putting my eyelashes on, so sorry about that, but my eyelashes are on, and now all I need to do is put on my hair and I'm done. And there you have it. My forest fairy look, done and done. So if you want to see me attempt more makeup tutorials, then make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.